Hi guys, it's Liz. It has been a minute. I know. I've been off making courses on Udemy for the past couple of months, and during that process, I became very aware of how easy it is to just completely dismiss self-care, which is really off-brand for me. I'm all about self-care and self-love and empowerment and confidence and all of that. And as I was making these courses on Udemy, it was so easy for me to just set self-care aside completely. I had this idea of getting these Reiki courses. That's what I made, Reiki courses in Udemy. I'll leave links down below. But I had this idea to get these courses done as quickly as possible. I didn't want to take too much time away from doing YouTube videos and doing blogs. I had just fallen in love with attachment theory for adults, and I really wanted to not take too much time away from doing this. I wanted to get it done so I could come back and focus on attachment theory. And so as a result, I decided anything that took time away from doing my focus on these courses was just suddenly not important. So things like sleep, proper meals, showering, keeping a clean home, all of that just kind of got put on the shelf. And so I wanted to come on here and talk with you guys about that, about how easy it is, even for someone like me who values, like one of my top values is self-care. And it was one of the first things to go. I completely gave myself permission to set self-care completely aside in order to get this task done as quickly as possible. A little behind the scenes, if you will. And because I was taking self-care off the table, I was completely miserable. I did not enjoy the process of making that course because I wasn't taking care of myself, and I was putting all of this pressure on myself to get this done as quickly as possible. So I had this dream that it was me and these two other women, and for some reason I was carrying a bunch of stuff. We were walking somewhere. There was a destination in the dream, I don't remember what it is now, but we were walking somewhere and I had all of this like luggage and books and a bunch of heavy things that I was carrying. And the two women with me I don't think they were carrying anything, or if they were, it was very light. And so they're kind of getting on me for not being able to keep up. You know, they were going further ahead and were kind of miffed at me for not being able to keep up. And then the dream is so that I'm kind of watching this happen. Like it switches so that I'm kind of watching these three people, me being one of them, but now I'm over here. And I'm watching and thinking, you know, how, you know, this poor girl, which is me, but I'm thinking this poor girl, like they're not, you know, they're getting on her, they're bullying her, and they're not even offering to help her carry the heavy things so that she can keep up. And just, you know, I was just feeling very, you know, sad watching what was me kind of getting, you know, bullied. Now I wake up and immediately I realize, first I'm sad, I'm still sad. And then I realize, oh, those two women who were kind of bullying me in the dream and not, you know, helping me carry things were parts of my subconscious. So they were me being mean to me, if that makes sense. And I realized, even though consciously I didn't realize that I was, you know, being so hard on myself, that subconsciously I was actually, you know, because normally I'm very, you know, positive self-talk. You're doing awesome, right? That's on the conscious level. I'm telling myself, you're killing it, you're kicking in the ass, you're doing awesome. But at the same time during this course, I was also on some level, you know, kind of getting on myself, being like, you need to do this faster, do it better. It wasn't something that I was like consciously telling myself, you know, go faster, you know, do this better, be more efficient. or any kind of bullying thoughts. It was all subconscious. But once I became aware of it, I decided, okay, that cannot happen again. So when I go to do my level 3 course, I decide, okay, nope, we're going back to, self-care, being kind to myself. So allowing myself the time to take as much time as I need to get this course done, while still taking care of myself, and most importantly, enjoying it. I did not enjoy doing the first part of the course, the levels 1 and 2. And so I decided, what did that cost me? What did forcing myself to get this done as quickly as possible, no self-care, subconsciously bullying myself to do it better, do it faster, not being supportive to myself, what did that cost me? I didn't enjoy the process, so what was the point? I gave myself permission to take as much time as I needed, and to make sure that I was prioritizing self-care number 1 and self-kindness. And I actually enjoyed the process. It got done just the same. It got done. Maybe it took a few days longer than it would have if I pushed myself, but I enjoyed the process. And because I enjoyed the process, it makes me want to do it again. So I will be making more courses in the future, whether that's Udemy, or if I'm just trying to get comfortable on camera with YouTube, or making my own courses on my own platform. But it made it so that I enjoyed the process as I was doing it, and it makes me want to do it more, rather than hating the process and never wanting to do it again. This is a bit rambly, as you may have seen some of my other videos. I'm not great on camera. I'm super awkward on camera, and I have a tendency to ramble. So the point of this is, ask yourself next time, if you catch yourself in that same sort of position where you realize, you've put self-care on the shelf and you're being either consciously or subconsciously unkind to yourself, what is it costing you? What is it costing you to do the thing as quickly as possible, or, to try and get it perfect? Are you enjoying the process? Are you enjoying getting this thing done as quickly as possible or as perfect as possible? What is it costing you to set self-care aside, to set self-compassion and kindness aside? And is it worth it? So I guess that's really all I had to say for this video. If you have a similar story, or if you have any tips for myself or other people about how to incorporate self-care and compassion while working on a project, please leave them in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.